I going up in this attic? I am. I'm coming up. Oh boy. Today we are house hunting for my sister. It has been about 3 weeks since you moved into the cottage.
Yeah, about that.
Almost 3 weeks. And the goal was to make the cottage work for as long as possible, but they are a growing family. Show me your belly.
Yep.
And Mama is starting to feel the nesting.
It has kicked in.
And the 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, as though we've tried to make it as comfortable and as functional as we can, it's time for a house before the baby arrives.
Cottage is great. If it were just the 3 of us, it would be amazing. But with the newborn coming, I am starting to be like, okay, let's just see what's out there.
Yeah, and I mean, the whole point of the cottage is really for like a parent to live with us one day. It's really not designed for a family, but you know what? It's a roof over your head.
Oh, it's great.
It gives you the luxury of not having to buy something right away.
Yes.
So they found a house that we think could be the house. I'm about to go over there, and while I'm a licensed real estate agent, I'm not actually representing them as a buyer. We partnered with another agent, partner up and do things with, because it's really important to have someone who's in your market every single day so they know what's going on. They can advise you, like, this is what we're seeing sellers agree to, this is what we think you should offer based on the price. Now, the house that they found, we think it's priced good, but now the inspection report has revealed a few things that are some bigger ticket items.
Yeah.
So we're going over there. I'm gonna go over for her. I'm gonna sit in today on another inspection to just kind of get peace of mind on a few things and to know what to ask for.
Yes.
In the negotiation. So I'll take you guys along there. Do you mind if I show them the house?
Yeah, I know.
I just got to the house. One thing that we're having done post this inspection, because my sister is concerned being pregnant, is a mold inspection. So when you do the regular home inspection, they might identify a few things, but they're not going to test, right? They may identify you've had a water leak, there could be mold, but they're not going to come out and actually test the mold for you, correct?
Yes.
So that's where you want to bring in somebody like Mold Assassins to help you get a clear understanding of what you're dealing with.
Yep.
So show me what you were going to show me.
All right, so this is all brand new. This has been cut out. This is all suspect to me because this is all brand new.
You're saying there
wood.
was a leak.
Yeah, and you can see evidence of these watermarks here. That's close to this piping. You can tell this is obviously original with the house. Nothing's been messed with here on the replacing any of that. And just for the sole fact that this has all been replaced, is suspect to me that there's been some water damage. So definitively, can I say that? No, but that's what it's in my opinion. This is a thermal imaging camera. And all these little dark spots are where I'm checking to see if there's moisture readings from my hygrometer. So I got up there, I tested, that's all dry. And then the other one, which is right here, and it doesn't show up on camera that well, but you can obviously see it. That's all dry as well. So I follow that upstairs.
Okay, so like these water spots that you pointed out. This one here. Now they're dry. They obviously didn't.
And you've got it.
Now what was that reading?
So this is a hygrometer. Basically, it's going to give me the relative humidity because you want to make sure your humidity is at 50% in your house. That's the kind of sweet spot.
Is it fine if it's dried, or is that something that needs to be addressed?
So the acceptable amount of moisture.
So that under the sink was the one you were mainly concerned about, just that they've covered something up.
Yes, ma'am. And the fact that that's all been replaced and is brand new is definitely suspect. It's cut into pieces like it was DIY. It has not been replaced. This is how that kitchen, should have looked, right? How this happened, I have no idea. Do they have a lot of weight on here? The fact that you have rust right here tells me that has leaked in the past.
Okay.
These little wrinkles, the water gets back underneath there and swells the wood, and then it dries and it leaves it cracked. Yep, original with the house. Again, you have rust over here.
All that copper piping.
Yep.
You know what? My dad pointed that. He said, I don't like that copper piping.
Yep.
Am I going up in this attic? I am. I'm coming up. I'm coming up in the attic.
Okay.
Oh boy.
A little hot, but
A little messy.
a little messy.
Very concerned about that truss. If that was wet and that stayed wet, don't you think that one right back there?
Oh yeah, 100%. That's definitely a problem for mold. So is this too, and you can see how new that is.
So we're talking about them just getting rid of this completely.
It wouldn't be a bad idea,
It's-
especially since it was leaking.
Yeah, it was leaking
So
and it was
long.
original to the property that like, it's shocking that it hasn't been replaced at this point.
Yeah, we're at 25 years.
No,
26 years.
it was 91.
Oh, even farther.
Like like over 30 years. I don't
So
even know how
that's-
that's possible.
That's dry, but this is definitely got a lot of moisture. So,
So we're definitely recommending a mold air quality inspection. I don't like this house. I don't like this house for them. I think we're gonna have to keep looking. Alrighty. Oh, those garage doors definitely need to be replaced. I'm not feeling great about things right now. If they don't, he was saying the mold could cost up to $6,000 to remedy. So you're talking that on top of that HVAC. So that's another $7,000 to $8,000. So we're talking maybe, oh gosh, it's getting up there. So I think they've got to ask for close to $15,000 if they're going to get this. I'm gonna call the agent right now and tell him that this is what I would write up if I was representing them. And the reason I referred them to him is because I want him to represent them. So that's what I'm gonna do right now, call him up.
hey, Lena.
It involved too much, but obviously like I referred them because I want them to be with someone who is, making sure that their interests are met and things like that. And what I would do if I were representing them based on the inspection report, what I've seen, what I've walked around. And so I know that's like, I don't want to, I'm not trying to get too many cooks in the kitchen, but I just wanted to relay to you what I'm seeing. If it wasn't my sister, right? Like, let's just say it wasn't my sister, but just knowing their situation too. Honestly, there's some big ticket items. There's a long laundry list. All right, well, I'm home now. I had that conversation on the drive home, and here's how it went. At the end of the day, this is a service-based business, and I think why real estate agents get a bad rap sometimes is they can be so desperate to get the deal closed that they're not looking at like what's in the best interest of their buyer. And there are other ways to get a deal closed, but I recommend that instead of sending the sellers a laundry list of things to repair, that they should ask for closing cost contribution in lieu of these repairs in a good amount, like $15,000, $20,000. And I know that sounds shocking, but you're getting your asking price. There's no contribution so far. And so as a seller, that might sting a little bit, but you're out of state. They still want to buy the house. It's over. You just paid off the top. And so I'm a little annoyed with the conversation I had because one, I referred you. You should be acting as I would my spouse to act. Two, you got to have the client's best interest. It might not be your best interest, but it's the client's best interest. And three, it's just hard because I don't want to insert myself, but I want to make sure that they're getting what they need. And again, like I've done this for 10 years. I wrote a lot of contracts. I know what I'm doing. So I'm a little peeved right now at the conversation I had. So it's been a lot in the past, like 24 hours from going and doing that inspection, updating their buyer's agent, them going back and forth, talking about things, and ultimately they've decided to walk away from that house. It wasn't that the sellers were not willing to potentially contribute to the closing costs, but just after what they would have to put down on the house, which was over 20%, and the repairs that were going to be necessary, we just decided they decided, I mean, of course, they consulted family and their financial advisor and their agent and stuff, just decided that this is not the right house. So we're gonna keep looking for them. I might take over. We'll see how that goes. But we're gonna make sure that they find the right house. And in the meantime, the cottage is gonna be real cozy, and we're gonna organize it and make it as comfortable as it can be. And worst case scenario, they're in there with a newborn and a toddler. So stay tuned to see what happens. Tell me what you think. Would you be rushing to get out of the cottage, or would you just park yourself there and save money?